Hello dear friends, ladies and gentlemen, this is Uncut Fishing, and today I'm on this magnificent stream. It's springtime and the stream is really looking very good, but the fish are very inactive today, extremely inactive. But if you are watching this on YouTube, it means that things have turned around for me. I don't expect that to happen, but let's see how it goes. I'm using this Mepps TW spinner, as you can see, number 2, with a huge fly, one single hook and one small treble at the end. I tried cranks, I tried traditional spinners. I don't think there's difference. Fish are ignoring everything all the same. Maybe this works better. I had a single fish that I caught on it, but it may be just a coincidence. And it probably is. Yeah, I know it's a flat riverbed, nothing on it, but on a day like today, I don't know, you start shooting everywhere. Other anglers actually act the other way around. They only check the best spots. But when fish are not active, they are not active everywhere. And what you're looking for are actually those random willing fish. And they can be anywhere. At least that's the way I look at it. Oh, ho, ho, ho. A fish, folks. I found a fish. Now for it to take this tiny treble. Oh man. And I catch some wind, and that's enough for me to miss the spot. By the way, it's not that warm. It's very clear, as you can see, and the wind is pretty strong northern wind. And this maps is very difficult to cast in the wind. No, this was not a fish. This was a snag. It isn't going after it again. Oh man, it followed. It followed. I don't get them today. They're extremely difficult to understand. Oh, now it took a jab at it. So it obviously can see the spinner every time I make a retrieve. Every time it can. Yeah, and the spot is so indistinctive. I checked out, I don't know, 20 or 30 spots that are 10 times better than this. lot of branches, and the water is so huge. Finally. Not a large fish, but a lively one. No, I'm not going down there. Oh, I hooked it not into the mouth. That's why. I didn't. I had it hooked in a different spot that is hooked right now. Oh man, it unhooked itself and then it caught the hook immediately again. Oh man. Okay. Oh. No. Not a very good hookup, unfortunately. Such a small treble, but still. In any case, I still think that it should survive. I mean, come on. This is a wild animal. It should survive. My treble, on the other hand, I had to somewhat sacrifice it to squeeze it with my forceps. That's the treble. Not very nice looking. I doubt I can. Oh, maybe I can try and straighten it with bare hands. And this is obviously not a hook that would withstand a really large trout. Or maybe it would, but who knows. And one thing with this spinner is that the fly gets tangled on the single hook a lot, and I don't get this. Maybe for you fly folks this is something normal, but for me it's strange. All those fibers, they twist around the hook so many times. But in any case, it wasn't a very large fish. 30 something, maybe 32 centimeters. Okay, shallow stretch. snag. Another spot where the stream apparently has changed the way it goes. So I mean, I think it used to flow over there, but now it's flowing here, and you can see by the banks. The banks are very fresh, so it cut the corner. Oh, another fish in there. That's ow! I lost it. What do you mean? What? Could it be that the spinner is the one that has made the difference? Because in the beginning I couldn't get anything, and as I mentioned before, the places were more textbook. The wire that this treble hangs on tends to bend any way it likes after each snag or fish or whatever, so you have to take care of it. And obviously treble is very small, and fish escapes are likely. Oh, another nice bend. Oh, beaver land. Okay, over there. You can see one tree is lying on top of the water, and that's where the action may be. Normal retrieve is not possible here, and on the other hand I have to let it sink. I have no idea what's on the bottom. Yeah, I catch one branch, pretty lucky. It wasn't stuck in the bottom. No, this is very awkward, and it doesn't seem to be that bad, but there are a couple logs also under the water, so it's really difficult. I will do a straightforward approach. Now the problem is sinking. Holding the spin against the current like that will not get it very deep. Okay, let's move on. Oh, there's a beaver. A beaver went out of the hole. It's not that late, but in any case, if there was fish in there, it was spooked. It was a pretty nice run. Or maybe it wasn't spooked. I don't know how fish react to beavers. Okay, it appears we have some bends. Okay, put your bets on the table. I've got this run and probably something over there. What do you think? I'm optimistic, but even though I have no grounds for that, in this video I'm doing pretty well actually, but the session overall, fish are not that active. In any case, let's say I get one fish. Why not? pretty decent trout in there. Oh, a good jab at it. Oh, here it is. No. I have to release it. Don't want to squeeze it. What? Well, here it is. Managed to unhook it pretty swiftly. It was hooked into the corner of the lip, but this treble, although it's so small, it's got these very thin wires, and it has got that corner of the lip, and it was very tight. I mean, that fish wasn't going anywhere. So unhooking it didn't hurt anything. The problem was just not to squeeze it, which I think I managed to do. But now the treble is really bad. In any case, I will not be doing anything. So, what were your bets? If you were betting on a fish here, congrats. It's unfortunate I couldn't show it to you in its full glory, but fact is it was difficult to hold. I am not carrying a landing net today. It was close to 40 centimeters, and that's 16 inches. Barely could hold it in my hand. Maybe even above 40 centimeters, difficult to say. Was worried about the take. Okay, so this is not a good spot, but maybe a couple more bends before we wrap it up. And come on, I mean, this spinner is good, but the fact that the treble catches the line so often is worrying. And yeah, the fly tangles around the single hook. In any case, this spinner, I bought it last autumn, but maybe last summer rather, but it didn't use it much at all. But this spring it's been working. It's been working, I must say. It's the second time that it has worked for me, but you never know, maybe it's just a coincidence. Casting it is not so easy, and all you need is a couple of milliseconds and you get a snack. I lost the handle and immediately it sank too deep. Oh man. Oh man, now that's... What is that? Another beaver? Or what? Oh, now that's unfortunate. Such a beautiful run. Oh. Yeah, all I need is to approach it. I'm casting into the shadow of my head. No real holes, so this is the second best thing. For a moment I thought this was a nice fish, but no, it's a log, no, it's a branch. And yeah, this run is not as deep as I anticipated. Yeah, this is nothing special either. This looks pretty nice. Okay. Some bends, but the water is not very inviting. Oh, 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 fish sighting. Another decent trout. A decent fish. Okay, let's come down. Yeah, the treble is out of sorts. It's all over the place. Oh man, it's almost too large for this spinner. It's not that gigantic. Here it is. Really nice trout. High 30s, I suppose. So suddenly it all turns around. Could that be the effect of the evening, or the effect of this spinner, or just a freak coincidence? This is almost worthy of an upload. I suppose you are watching this. In that case, it might well be the first segment of 2018. I haven't fished in the summer, in the winter, so I do not create anything then. In the spring I fished 4 times already, I think. A couple of those were really good. One was amazing, but I didn't film it. So one was mixed. Maybe I'll upload it someday. But this small session turned out to be much better than I expected it to be when I turned on the camera. And I think we might be wrapping it up. Time check. I don't know, still 15 minutes or so in my disposal. But it was pretty fun, and I mean, the fish are sitting in interesting spots. They're not sitting in the most obvious spots. I mean, the spots that I got them on were quite obvious, but you had to stick the spinner in the exactly where it's required. They didn't go after it from the distance as they sometimes do. As you can see, we have a lot of bends, but the nature of the stream is such that they do not create any holes. What? Did I see the fish? Oh. I'm casting in my blind zone and get a snag. just an illusion. Here we go again. And as you can see, the treble is all over the place, but I think it should do its job. Ah, that's a nice run. Take. But no repeated attempt. I had to catch these leaves. Now this is pretty decent protection. Ah, that's what I mean. The fish is in there. No. No. On the other hand, as far as I managed to see, it's the smallest of all trout that I had in this session. And it is not going after the spin again. Oh, so that will be our last run. It doesn't look very promising, but in any case it was a success. I mean, the segment was a success. I hope you enjoyed it. And for this season, as I mentioned before in the comments next to one video, I will try to shoot only the water that you haven't seen before, and this is one of such places. So this was Uncut Fishing, folks. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.